Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Hey, welcome to Free Beer Friday. I'm your host, Ben Easley, over the Bearded Monk. Today, we've got Matt Anger from Bitter Sisters. I pronounced it right?
You pronounced it right,
Right?
yes. Good job.
Nailed it.
Only took my wife 6 weeks to learn how to pronounce it. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So she had to change over her ID,
Yes.
her license, all
She's
that good stuff.
not too happy about it, but, she still got with the program, so that was good.
My wife's still dealing with Easley. Yeah,
Yeah.
Esely. Yeah, no, it's sad when we have to force them into these weird family names.
Things we do.
All right,
Or
so
they do.
speaking of wives,
Yes.
where did the name Bitter Sisters come from?
So,
we were talking about this earlier.
Yes. So we are a family-owned brewery. It's me and my wife, her two sisters, their husbands, and my wife's baby brother and his wife. So 3 older sisters, a baby brother. That's how we came up with the name. There's too many stories to get into all in one night, but really the name kind of came about when the baby brother was getting married. We did all the beer for his rehearsal dinner. He and I made everything beer-wise. So I did another beer for all the family coming in from out of town. It was an English-style bitter, so I called it Bitter Sisters, kind of poking fun at the sisters a little bit because they were very opinionated about his wedding and little minor details, even though it wasn't their wedding, so it was kind of ridiculous. So fast forward, several years later when we decided to open the brewery, 3 sisters could not agree on a brewery name. I finally said, well, let's just call it Bitter Sisters.
There it is.
They all agreed, and that's it.
Nice.
And truly, to this day, that's how we come up with all of our beer names. Once all 3 sisters agree on the name, we call it good.
Got it.
Then
Right
we're done.
on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's not going to get any better.
Okay, there you go. That's a lot of Chiefs.
Yes,
Yeah,
for sure.
A lot of Chiefs in that batch.
Yes.
And they all dog on the little brother.
Still, to this day. Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet, though.
Yeah, but he's a pretty laid-back guy, so, he has to be. He doesn't really have a choice. Yeah.
Especially now that he's in their namesake brewery, right?
Yes, but,
That's perfect.
they're all, they all have a good sense of humor about it, and so it's fun.
Right on, right
Yeah.
on. Well, do we want to talk about the lineup? So we've got four core beers.
We've got,
And
4 core beers. We're actually adding a 5th core beer, which is our Family Trip Belgian Tripel. That's the one that we're going to be pouring tonight here.
that
at
was
Free
a
Beer Friday.
seasonal before.
It used to be a seasonal, yeah, but we
Nice.
had such insane response from it. Everybody said, no, we need that beer year-round.
Right on,
and,
man.
Since it's also my mother-in-law's favorite beer, so, got to keep her happy.
That's good.
So,
okay,
yeah.
Taking care of mama. That's really
absolutely.
good. Well, that's what you've been pouring samples of here.
Yes.
If you guys make it down, you'll get to try it tonight. And then we've got it on draft back at the Monk.
Yeah, so if you want a real pour of it, you can go back to the Monk and get it.
Yeah, let's get a big boy glass.
Yeah, it's
10.
10.1%. So, but yeah, it's good. It's actually very easy drinking beer, very smooth, great taste. So,
Oh yeah,
why
man,
not?
It's super wonderful. That's
Yeah.
something we were talking about. I don't get the sweetness that I've gotten from other American Tripels. It's very breezy. It's very light. It's indicative of a true Belgian Tripel.
right.
It's
and,
wonderful.
Yeah, one of the things that kind of helps with that is we use the same yeast strain that they use at West Mall and West Fluttering. So traditional Belgian breweries.
Oh,
So if you're going to make a traditional style of beer, use the same ingredients as much as you can,
a
and
Trappist Brewery's yeast strain.
right, and use the same type of ingredients, process the same. So yeah, it all makes a difference.
Right on. So the only difference basically is water.
Water and your geographical position on the earth.
And well, if you're married, then at that point you can't be a Trappist, right?
Right,
Yeah,
that's true, yeah.
You messed that up. You
Yeah.
messed that up big time.
Yeah,
Don't
I think I'm good.
Yeah, don't admit to messing. Don't say that.
No,
I'm putting words in his mouth. He's apologize to your wife later.
Yeah, that amongst other things. So.
All right, so what do we have so far? What's right now in cans though?
So yeah,
in cans you just have 4.
we just have 4. We have the original core 4 in cans. We just
Okay.
started canning. So we've got our Busybody Blonde Lager. It's a German-style Helles. We're using, again, all German malt in that. We use a traditional German lager yeast, traditional German hops. And we've also got our Hissy Fit Märzen Lager, which is a German-style Märzen or Oktoberfest. Same style. We just call it Märzen because we sell it year-round.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be an Oktoberfest in September and October.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, both of those beers, very traditional German style.
Wonderful.
And we've got our Knockout Irish Red, which we don't have cans of here. But that's a little different beer because it's we took kind of a traditional Irish red ale and we kicked it up to about 8% alcohol. So makes it a little meatier, a little bit more chewy, but finishes dry enough that, it doesn't sit real heavy in your stomach, easy drinking beer.
Right on.
And then we've got the Catfight IPA, American IPA, straight up, 6.6%.
Super easy.
Just good old American IPA.
Right on.
And then the Tripel will be year-round as well, and we will be canning that as well.
You're putting that in cans?
We're putting that in cans, yes.
You're putting a 10.1% Tripel in cans?
Yeah, but it's only 4-packs. So,
okay, all right.
So that makes it better, right?
That's a little bit easier.
Yeah, makes it a little better.
Please do not shotgun this beer, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Now you've given him ideas, I'm afraid.
All right, so we're going to be seeing cans of this amazing Tripel as well.
Yes, we will.
Pretty
Absolutely.
soon.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so the lineup you just gave me, you've got a couple of year-round lagers.
Yes.
Yeah, Märzen, for example.
Right.
We generally don't see that style year-round.
No.
Okay, well, first off, ales versus lagers. All beer is either an ale or a lager. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So
why this is weird.
I mean, breaking it down very basically, ales, they ferment warmer for a shorter period of time. Lagers, they ferment colder for a longer period of time. And that's kind of why you don't see as many lagers out there in the craft segment, because they take a long time to produce. Our lagers take us at least 6 weeks to produce.
Versus a 2-week turnaround.
Right, versus 2 weeks. So breweries could turn around an ale 3 times in that tank, whereas we're sitting on it.
Hey, right on. It gives you, that gives you a pretty wide spectrum of flavors you can do.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that why do a lager year round? I mean, if it's so time consuming.
I like lagers, and not many other people are doing it, so I think it kind of differentiates us. You look at most of the beer in the world is lager, whether it's mass-produced lager or whatever, but, you go to, beer producing countries in Europe, Austria, Germany, Czech Republic, Hungary. I mean, they're making great lagers in these little tiny breweries in the towns, and you just don't see that here. So that's kind of why, we wanted to focus on lagers and
have a little something different out in the market.
Have a little something different.
Right on. Well, so you talk about comparing the American craft beer world to Europe. What do you think? What are we doing right now? What do you see happening in the American craft beer world?
The American craft beer world, I mean, it's just exploding. And what's kind of funny is a lot of that's kind of translating over into Europe as well. So you're having craft breweries sprout up in Europe. And
we're starting to see a little bit more of this wild experimentation.
Right. So, I was in London a couple years ago, and you had these little London craft breweries that were making American-style IPAs with American hops and, 7-8%, when most of their stuff is, very sessionable, 3 to 4%. And so, they're just kind of, freaking people out a little bit, but in a good way.
So they created the IPA style. We got a hold of it. We messed it up so good that they're now reinventing it.
Right. So it's, kind of a cycle. So.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Well, do you see a lot of lagers in the market?
You're seeing America? Not really, but you're starting to see more and more, kind of, especially seasonally. You're seeing some of the bigger breweries doing a Helles or doing a Pilsner, and putting it in cans. And, they're still independent craft breweries, and they're starting to dabble a little bit more in lagers.
And just lightening it up a little bit so they can have a summer lager.
Sure.
Right on.
Because the lager's very crisp, very refreshing,
Oh, yeah. No,
so
it's super nice.
Yeah.
A little bready, a little sweet.
Yeah, if it's done
beautiful.
right, it's great.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's tomorrow's party is dedicated to Helles lagers.
Right.
Yeah. We're doing Hotter Than Helles tomorrow from 4 to 1 a.m. This is going to be a messy day, isn't it? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's right. We are seeing a little bit more of that even here in Texas.
Sure, for sure.
Right on. All right, so we've got our lineup.
Yes.
Family Trip is coming out regularly. It's going from seasonal to regular rotation.
Yes, we are blowing up Family Trip.
That is okay. What else is going on? Is there anything else you've got planned, or is that just trying to keep up? Or what?
trying to keep up, trying to get to a point where we can sneak some seasonal stuff into the big fermenters.
Really?
So,
Well, I mean, because you just came out with cans.
yes.
Geez, what? It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it was, I think May was the first
Yeah.
canning run.
Yeah, so these are brand spanking new.
Right.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen those on the market, this is what you're looking for. Where else can we find these? I mean, we've got stuff, but
Yeah, you've got stuff. Eastside carries our stuff. Midway Mart's got it. Denton County Brewing Company's got it. Mellow Mushroom sometimes has it. Also, Harvest House sometimes has it. So,
right on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
quite
you
a
can
few
find
places.
you can find it everywhere in town.
Pretty much,
Yeah,
yeah. Taps
yeah.
and Caps also.
Okay. Yeah, you can
carries
find it across
so,
town then.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, so we can find it everywhere. I mean, you just launched this. Are you just trying to keep up at this point?
Yeah, I mean, the cans just have flown off the shelves. I mean, people just,
Oh, yeah.
hey, we need more. So we're making
Freaking
more.
good, man.
Well, thanks. Yeah.
So you're in between brewing these things constantly.
Yes.
What you're talking about sneaking some more stuff in?
Yeah, we've got plans for a double IPA.
Ooh.
We want to.
Super cat fight?
No, I think we're going to go a little different direction. You know, not use. You know, we'll use some of the same hops, but you know, the cat fight we're using Centennial and Mosaic. I think the double IPA will probably do more like a Centennial Citra.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And, change it up a little
Make
bit.
it a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more lemony.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
That we've also been playing around with the Belgian quad, which is kind of the big older brother of the family trip.
Nice.
So
yeah,
that one will
the
weigh
next
in
step
about
up.
12%. Yeah, so that one's probably see later in the fall towards wintertime.
Right on. That'll be perfect. So
Yeah.
I get the fire pit going in the backyard.
Right.
Pour a little snifter of that and just relax in the cold.
Absolutely.
And let it warm me up.
It will warm you up, I promise.
Oh,
yes.
that's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
So good. So that's these are going to be just one-offs that we see in the market, or
They'll be seasonal.
okay.
Yeah, they'll be
Right on.
seasonal. Yeah.
Right on. And then, I mean, are you doing anything at the brewery?
We're playing with some fun stuff at the brewery. So my assistant brewer Peter, he's, I've kind of given him the reins a little bit to play with some stuff, and so he's done some really cool stuff that you can find in the tap room. So he did a oak fermented rye saison. So he did a rye saison that we fermented in a neutral oak barrel. So it pulls some of the oak flavor out into the beer, but not too much. So it's a real nice beer.
So it's not like super sticky, super woody.
Not at all. No, it's
Okay,
it's about a 6% beer.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's
it's
not bad.
it's very drinkable, but great flavor. Real nice beer.
Nice.
So he's also been the one kind of spearheading the quad project.
Nice. Okay, so he's the experimenter that's playing around a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, we both play around,
Right
but
on.
he's he'll come with me and, hey, I've got this idea. What do you think? And so it's like, all right, let's run with it. And he'll do test batches at home, and he'll bring them in, and we'll talk about it. And it's like, okay, well, it's almost there. Let's try and tweak this and see what it does. And so he'll tweak it, and it's like, okay, yeah, I think we're getting really close on this. And
Let's take it out, see what everybody thinks.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's so you mentioned the rye saison. We're not going to see that in the market.
Not anytime soon.
Well, yeah, like right now,
Yeah,
they
no.
can't find it at my place at
No.
Eastside. They can't find it
No.
anywhere around town. With experimentation, how do you look at that? I mean, a lot of guys experiment with just the brewery. I mean, is that a viable option? Is that to try this stuff out on people like us?
I mean, I think it's viable to a point. I think, it's good. I think it helps pull people into the tasting room. If they know, hey, you're going to maybe find something that you can only get there.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to be like the rye saison. You guys aren't going to be able to find it anywhere other than the brewery.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But do people give you a lot of feedback on that kind of stuff too?
Sure. Yeah.
Right on.
No, I mean, but and we won't even release it in the tasting room until we're happy with it and kind of say, all right, what do you think?
Right on. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got to make sure it's the quality that you want to put forth, even if you're
Right.
just at the end of tweaking, right?
Sure.
Right on. Well, what else you got on at the brewery right now?
We've got a barrel aged knockout. So we're doing our knockout Irish Red in some different barrels. We've played with a little bit. So I think the one on right now that people are probably drinking as they're listening is Wild Turkey Barrel, which turned out really nice.
Nice.
We've done some Woodford barrels. We've done Buffalo Trace. We've done we did a Nicaraguan rum barrel, a Florida Caña barrel. And that was really nice, really interesting. So it brought out a little bit more sweetness from the beer. So people were really digging that.
Dude, I love this. So you just got to keep rotating through and testing these different barrels to see how it does?
Yeah, and I think we're going to maybe try and see what the family trip does in some barrels.
Ooh.
So maybe some rum barrel, maybe tequila barrel might be interesting with the triple.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Yeah, that would be, guys, whose mouth is watering right now?
Yeah, 10% beer that, pick up another 0.5% in the barrel.
Nice. Heck yeah.
So, yeah, that's what you need.
Oh, man, that's going to be perfect. Well, so what else is going on at the brewery right now? You got any big parties coming up or anything? Or?
Yeah, so
first, where's the brewery?
So the brewery is in Addison. So we are in the west side of Addison. We're about 20 yards north of Beltline. We're on Surveyor Boulevard, which is in between Marsh and Midway. Mm-hmm. So we're right there on Restaurant Row almost.
Nice.
So we just had a huge party for Kaboom Town. So that was insanity with everybody down there for that. The next party probably won't be as packed, but it'll still be packed. So the Friday before the big Red River rivalry, the Red River shootout, the OU Texas game, we do a big party. So we'll have food truck. We'll have Mr. Mike Hosty playing. So should be a good time.
So you going for Texas then?
It's OU Texas, so I'm going for OU. So we all grew up in Oklahoma. So
you got to give some. That's a dangerous game to play. Be down here in Texas and rocking OU colors.
There's a lot of Oklahoma people down here. You'd be surprised.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah, that's what my brother is, so that's all right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, we have a lot of Texas friends, so there will be a lot of Texas fans there too.
Okay,
and it's always a good relax party. So.
Nice. No throwing mattresses around the brewery or anything.
Nothing.
Cars. No,
there's too many kids around. You don't want that.
Yeah, this is a good family event.
Right, it is.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I thank you for coming in.
No, thanks for having me.
Trying to think of what else. I guess we've got tomorrow, guys. We've got the Hotter Than Hellas party going on from 4 to 10. And tonight we're going to be partying it up, and it's Friday. It's Shotgun Friday.
Shotgun Friday.
And we got some cans. Yeah. So we've got Bitter Sisters on draft. We've got the family trip on draft.
Yep.
We've got the Blondes and the Meritzen in cans for $3. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of. If you can't make it down right now, come meet us over at the Monk later. We're going to be there at like 8:30ish, 9ish.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll meet you guys over there. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.